we've got a special treat. I believe we have Alan on the line, the #1 leader this month with IXQ TV. Alan, if you wouldn't mind hitting *6 on your phone. Hopefully.
All right, here I am, brother.
Hey, how you doing, Alan? Congratulations.
Great, man. Oh, thank you.
Congratulations. Well, I just wanted you to come on for just a minute and tell the folks maybe a little bit about, what you're doing to sponsor so many people and where you see this going for yourself.
Okay, well, yeah, let's talk about the vision first, because what I've been telling people, by the way, I'm getting an echo on myself. Are you guys hearing that?
No, you're coming through fine on my end.
So when I look at things like this, I look at I look at the competitors in the market, how big the market is, what's the possibility. I did some research, before coming in, and there's somewhere around 800 million cable and paid satellite subscribers in the world, and of course we serve the world. And I imagine right now we're probably mostly U.S. at this point with the several thousand members that we have, but as time goes on and we expand out, there's really a huge market out there. As a matter of fact, one of the things I discovered was that a lot of the countries out there, they don't even have the infrastructure for cable. I mean, they're just putting it in. Some of these countries, because of their economics and whatnot, they're just now getting to that. They're 25, 30 years behind where the U.S. or the U.K. might be. And so the point of that is you're still seeing the numbers of people using digital cable and satellite is still increasing at a tremendous rate, even though over 30 million people moved from cable and satellite over to streaming TV this year so far. And so if we just look at the low-end numbers, which is about 800 million, and we think, would it be possible for us to capture 0.5%, just 0.5% of that market? I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be possible, because, excuse me, since you guys are willing to give us a product that's reliable, that is better quality than the other competing streams, that is more quantity, more content, more choices than Netflix and Hulu for less money. Because, the fact is, if somebody has Hulu and they get 50 channels, they order the 50 channels a la carte, right, and they get HBO and Showtime, they're already paying $75, $80 a month. I mean, we really don't have any competition. And one thing I know is that because before coming into IXQ, I had some experiences with some other streaming products, and I was completely sold on the idea of streaming. People just eat it up. But the issue has been things like management stuff on the back end. And so far with you guys, everything's being done right. Paying on time, reporting correct, you guys responsive, support responsive, stable, well capitalized, not having to worry about merchant processing. The point I'm trying to get to here in so many words is that there's certain things that you would look at to determine what the potential is in terms of stability and where we fit into the market. And I don't really think that there is any other streaming company. I mean, there's hundreds of streaming companies, but I don't think there is one that has the level of quality that we have with the stream. And this isn't some sales speak. I've looked at a lot of them. We just have a higher quality than everyone else. And combining that with the reliability of the admin and the ownership and the track record of paying on time and all this stuff, I think we're in a very unique position. If we really focus on making sure our customers are happy and keeping that service, surveying them, what do they want, what do they like about it, what don't they, and keeping that improving, and we can easily capture 0.5% of the market. I mean, just 0.5%, my goodness. Well, 0.5% of the current market on Earth right now would be almost 4 million people. Well, good Lord, if we fail by 90%, there's a lot of us that are still going to be sitting pretty in a few years, and we'll never have to worry about money again. Now, obviously, that's not guaranteed. It's a business, and you're going to make of it what you make of it. So when I looked at it, this is the type of things I look at, like where can it go? Because what I'm personally interested in is taking as many of my contacts as possible and putting them in a position where they can put 6 months or a year or 2 years or 3 years of consistent work, not 20, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, but, an hour a day, 2 hours a day consistently, and end up in a position where they never have to worry about money again. That's kind of where I'm coming from. Okay, so I think 0.5% is a rather meager goal considering where we fit into this marketplace. But personally, as far as what I'm doing, part of what I'm doing is sharing that vision with people. And we've got two ways of approaching this, right? We've got a way where we are sorting and trying to find people who are interested in improving their situation in their lives, give their kids better lifestyle, to be able to save some money, to be able to retire, to be able to pay for their kids' college, to pay off their credit card, whatever their thing is. We've got an opportunity to do that like really nothing I've ever seen, because in 21 years of doing this, I've never had a product that actually gives people what they're already paying for, gives them 20 times the value for 1/4 of the money. I mean, this is just, it's as absurd. It's such a no-brainer of an offer for the customer. It's like, but all you got to do is talk to 3 or 4 people a day and you got a new customer if you communicate properly, right? So as far as what I do, the funny thing is you look on that board and you go, well, it's 45 people this month. To me, that doesn't seem like very much, because I look at what I'm actually doing and the time that I really spend on promotion. It's not very much. And I suppose I would encourage people, whether you're looking at this and you're not involved, or you're looking at this and you just got involved, or maybe you're even on my team, I would say you really need to start looking at long-term and define a bigger idea of what you're capable of, and then look at what needs to happen to get you there. In this profession, there's kind of a standard expectation that is, out of about every 10 people we talk to, one of them will join the business. Now that's with nutritional products and all different sorts of products, not specific to IXQ. Hadn't been around long enough for us to gauge that, but what I'm seeing is way higher percentages than that. And it's not very often that you have a chance to start something like this where you could literally take a 100% customer approach, not even worry about recruiting other team members, because our product is such an amazing deal. That's like for a network marketer like me, I mean, it's a dream. It's made it so easy. It's reduced the amount of time that I have to put in. But I would suggest that you treat it like a job. I would say maybe the first 6 months to a year, treat it like a job and set yourself a schedule. And this is what I do. I have a very specific schedule, and when that clock ticks over to that minute, I'm on to my income-producing activity. I'm contacting new people, or I'm following up to people who've expressed an interest. I mean, I'm communicating, and it's very simple. And I teach my guys basically 4 questions and a simple process we use with text messages. And really, as long as you are willing to communicate with other human beings, right, and you can not worry about what people think, not worry about, oh, what if they say no, because this isn't a $300 a month canister of minerals. This is $39 a month. I mean, out of every 10 people you talk to, 7 of them are already paying more. It's kind of like, why would you not want to save them some money? It doesn't make any sense. But I'll tell you right now, the difference between those who are going to make it and really create something great with this and those who don't is going to be those who decide to consistently, on a daily basis, put their hour in, put their 2 hours in, doing their income-producing activity. When I say income-producing activity, I mean contacting new people. And for our product approach, it's very simple. We may have a friend on Facebook, for example, and we all have people on Facebook we haven't talked to in 20 years, or we have people connected to us on Facebook that we don't even know anything about them. Well, I reach out to them. I say, hey, I'll say the guy's name's Tom. I would say, hey, Tom, Alan Cousins, look, I know we're friends on Facebook, but I have no clue who you are. Tell me about yourself. What do you do? And I just let them tell me. And I don't beat around the bush. I say, that's cool. Thanks for sharing that. Hey, this is a business-related question, but just curious, what do you pay for cable? I mean, that's really our approach. What do you pay for cable? And then we find out what they pay for cable, or if they don't have cable, or if they have satellite, or what their situation is. And we just go from there. And I'm always making it okay for them to say no. I'm not interested in pressuring people, pushing people, convincing people, persuading people. I'm not interested in bugging them. I'm not interested in continuing to push on them. If they're not interested, I always tell them it may not at all be for you, but here's what we have. And I don't really even explain it. I use a little 2-minute video that Team Diamond put together. I send that out to them if they want to look at it. So basically what we're doing is we're just finding out whether they're open to it and whether they're willing to look at it. And if you'll do that, guys, I'm telling you, if you'll do that just 60 minutes a day, you're going to end up in such a different lifestyle in about 6 months to a year, it's going to make your head spin. Does that work for you?
That's awesome, Alan. That's incredible. Well, Alan, keep up the great work. I know we're going to be seeing you on the leaderboard for a long time to come here, and appreciate everything you do, man, and congrats again.
Thank you.
That's
Talk
awesome.
soon. Bye.
Thank you.